Right, honey?
Yep, all day.
Good thing you're starting here. We compare your Progressive direct rate to other top companies, so you can save money. Look,
You saved a lot.
And quick, too.
and no more holding her purse.
It's a European shoulder bag.
It was a gift.
Shopping less and saving more. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
Re-expressed. Refashioned. Reconnected. All designed to reignite the soul. The all-new 2010 SRX. The Cadillac of crossovers.
I'm Jim Cramer, and welcome to my world.
You need to get in the game.
Firms are going to go out of business, and he's nuts. They're nuts. They know nothing.
I always like to say there's a bull market somewhere, and I promise
Mad
to
money.
find it just
You can't afford to miss it. Hey, I'm Kramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to Great America. Other people want to make friends. Frankly, I'm only interested in trying to make you money. My job is not just to entertain, but to educate. So call me at 1-800-743-CNBC. I didn't want to have to do this now. Not now. I didn't want to come to you and tell you that right now you have to pull the trigger on Apple. Apple. But it's time. That's right. If you do not own Apple, I think that the hoopla is about to begin on the new product, the iPad, next week. And you gotta own the stock between next week and when the product's commercially available, which may not be until April because of a manufacturing bottleneck. But I am telling you, beginning next week, you are going to see this stock start to break out to the upside. In fact, I think we got lucky today. With the Dow rolling up relentlessly, another 47 points, S&P gained about 1/3%, we got lucky that Apple was up only $1.38. Do you know what? That this may be the equivalent of weakness once this stock gets going. Why do I think the hoopla will begin next week? First, because we're getting multiple trade press reports that some iPads will be available on the 10th of March to train Apple Store managers on their features. I know I'm going to my Apple Store this Saturday. You'll see me there, Short Hills Mall. I'm just going to try to get a little skinny ahead of the March 10th. We also understand that the Apple ad campaigns for the iPad will begin within the next 2 weeks. And the campaign might stress that this is a Wi-Fi enabled product, not tethered to the biggest stumbling block for Apple iPhone sales and what's widely perceived to be the spotty network coverage of AT&T. You won't have to switch carriers from Sprint or Verizon to take this Wi-Fi enabled product, not tethered to AT&T. Candidly, I've been worried about pushing Apple too hard because of concern that the consumer was not ready to shell out the approximately $500 that the iPad may cost. Even as my charitable trust, ActionAlertsPlus.com, owns it. But there have been two recent fabulous happy developments I want to share with you that make my trepidation about telling you right now to pull the trigger unwarranted. First is the consumer herself. Almost every day for the last 2 weeks, we have heard retailer after retailer say the consumer is spending again. Today we heard it from Target, Abercrombie & Fitch, and Ross Stores. Before that, we heard it from Macy's and Saks and Gap and Nordstrom's. Hardly a day goes by without some expensive purveyor of goods saying sales are strong. Places like True Religion, where the jeans cost near the price of the iPad. And Coach, where CEO Lou Frankfurt, he stood right here. I think he actually sat. Yeah, it's sat because we're using director's chairs now for guests. Sat right here on Mad Money High Noon and said women are splurging on handbags. I bet you missed that High Noon show. Anyway, so despite what seems to be a terrible time for consumer spending, almost every single retail call we have been on in the last 2 weeks says all systems go, and people are ready to buy the iPad. Second development. I've been talking to, as part of my homework, talking to applications developers for the iPad, and here is what I am hearing. Corporations, not just consumers,